What's up, guys? It's the Resale Brothers here, coming at you from the warehouse, and we have a good video for you today.
We're going to show you guys what's selling, the actual sell-through rate on brand names in our store. We're not going to say, hey, this item sells for 40, this item sells for 50. We're going to actually show you with hard numbers what is selling in our store. We have over 12,000 items in our store. We've sold tens of thousands of items for well over $1 million in sales. So we have great numbers to reference for you guys, and we're going to be able to show you exactly what's selling on eBay and what you can expect to get out of certain items by certain brand names. Here we are over here on our men's brands sheet. We're going to use this as a reference to pull different brand names and pull up in our store and show you our exact sell-through rate. We're also going to do some other brand names that aren't on this list, some like maybe bread and butters like Levi, Docker, stuff like that. Brand names that you wouldn't think that aren't on this list, but that are daily pickups for us. And you're gonna see why when you see our sell-through rate in our store for these particular items. And if you're not familiar with this men's brand sheet, we have a free men's brand sheet, hundreds of brands. Not only do we show you the sell-through rate, we show you the logo, we show you the average sales price for each brand name. So it's a great tool, a great resource for you guys, and it's 100% free. The link is in the description of this video. So be sure to check that out if you haven't yet. But we're going to run into these numbers and you're going to see exactly what it's like, especially when you're cross-listing, because you can pull a sell-through rate on eBay all day long. But if you're cross-listing, say on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari like us, that's not necessarily going to reflect the true sell-through rate of an item. So the way we're pulling our numbers up today, you're going to see the actual real-time sell-through rate of each specific brand we pull up.
And in this, if you look at the list, that's just the eBay. Like Vuori says 188%. That's just the eBay sell-through rate.
Yeah.
We're going to go through our store sell-through rate.
Yeah. So these are actual sell-through rates. It's not just, oh, this is what eBay's showing. These are hard numbers from our actual store. So they're 100% accurate for our store.
We know because we sell, I mean, we've sold over
tens of thousands of items.
1,200, 1,300 items a month for the last 2 to 3 years. So we have a lot of information. Nifty we've been using for the last like 1.5, maybe 1 year. So we'll be getting a lot of information that you guys will have access to. All right, first one here. What are we gonna pick up? Oh, I guess we're going American Giant. So this is our Nifty inventory page. It's kind of our home page for Nifty. You can type in any brand, you can type in SKUs, you can type in anything like that, and it'll pull up all the stuff for you. So as you can see here, it says 1 listed and 7 sold. So we have sold 7 things of American Giant, and we only have 1 listed right now. Now that goes for about, like I said, a year to 1.5 years. So it's a pretty good sell-through rate. Actually higher than the 108%, I believe the brand's list said from eBay.
Yeah, much higher.
Yeah.
And this is our sales across every platform, like we said before, eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. Obviously, the sell-through rate is going to be higher for most of these because it's across 3 different platforms. So, all right, let's check the next one. We'll do Arc'teryx.
Oh, straight down the list.
We're doing the.
We're not doing all of them.
The heavy hitters. Well, Arc'teryx is something we find relatively often. We've sold 19, so I mean not super often, but we have 1 listed and 19 have sold. So
1 listed. Oh,
1 listed, just a plain polo for 38. But we've sold 19, so obviously, I mean, this sold for 120. This vest sold for 60. This coat sold for
that's what they were
250.
That's what they were listed for when they sold.
Yeah,
so
somewhere around
probably
that
took
price
offers,
range.
but
Yeah,
fine.
well, close enough. But anyway, as you can see, crazy sell-through rate on Arc'teryx. 1 listed and 19 have sold. Maybe we should do it. We'll do a less crazy.
Yeah,
Vuori's pretty good.
Vuori's more everyday. Kind of like, I feel like it's a high-end bread and butter now.
Yeah, and then this percentage, this might be a little off. I'm sure it's probably a little lower now than it was when the list was originally made.
All right, so as you can see, we have 14 things currently listed. Actually, that's not true. With the Poshmark thing that happened where they started taking people down for delisting things, we had to start partially delisting things. Christian made a video about it. Hopefully you watched it. So we had to partially delist things. So this is all stuff that have sold and didn't get taken down on Poshmark, so they're showing that they're partially listed. So that's 4 or 5. What was it? 5 or 6 items?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those have sold.
So 5. So we technically have 9 things listed, and what's that? 43 things sold. So
yeah.
Pretty good there for Vuori.
Yeah, obviously that number is way better than the 188% sell-through rate on the list. So it's another
Granted,
one of those.
eBay only does the last, what was it, 90 days.
Right.
So we're
That's
going
true.
back a little further.
About
but,
a year.
You can see that over a year's period, we're still on track with that sell-through rate.
Next brand that we're doing is Todd Snyder, and we're going to actually speed this up a little bit because we got a lot to comb through here, but we have none listed right now, and we've currently sold 12. So as you can see, pretty much anything we buy in Tom Snyder. We got a pair of shorts here. We got a pair of pants.
Champion Todd Snyder combos do well too.
I wonder if this will pull up. Sometimes it's too old to pull up, so we'll see. Yeah, so this is one. This is a Champion Todd Snyder combo. Like he just said, it's a little collab action. This stuff can actually be really good. See T Snyder up there. Tony normally finds these. Somehow he's got like a sixth sense for finding Todd Snyder.
No, I found two when they were just like a week apart. So.
But as you can see, I mean, crazy price ranges here.
LL Bean Todd Snyder combo.
This sold for one. Yeah, this is the L. This one's kind of cool. This might pull up too.
No, I think that's old. Yep.
Nope,
old.
too old. Yeah, but they
sold
do
for a lot.
Todd Snyder does collabs with several different companies, but you got 125, 120. So this brand's pretty strong for our business.
All right, 10,000. 10,000 is a athleisure kind of athletic wear brand similar to Vuori and the Lululemon, kind of more lightweight. But anyway, we have 0 listed currently and 11 have sold. So we don't find it a ton, but when we do find it, it sells quickly.
Not for a crazy amount of money.
I mean, it's pretty solid for, it's very comparable to Vuori.
Like 30 bucks for sure. I guess that's pretty good.
It's very similar to it.
And as you can see, our price range here has actually kind of held true, $30 to $50.
Yeah. We haven't found like a real substantial piece from them. It's mostly just athletic wear. But the pants,
47.
We did sell that one for more. We just don't find a lot of pants. So.
Now let's just pull up. So we're gonna stray from the list here. That way we can keep it a little interesting. Let's type in Levi's. So Levi's, we have 371 pairs of Levi's listed. This is a more common brand. This is something that you're finding at pretty much any place you go, any thrift store you go. There's 371 listed. We've sold 773, and this probably has some, as you can see, quite a few partially delisted as well. So let's just assume.
This stops right there. So
yeah. Well, so yeah, about what 24 of these are not currently listed. So we've sold around 800, not quite 800, but close to that.
Quick math.
Yeah, that's Christian math. But we have a great sell-through rate on Levi's. Not a lot of people are always picking these up.
Yeah, now used, they're not. I know the problem with a lot of people is that thrift stores will mark them up, especially Goodwills. They've raised their price on jeans. So
we're not selling them for a lot.
Yeah, they're kind of hard to pick up for some people. We're selling them for right around $20 for the most part, unless they're vintage or new with tags. So for the most part, we're in between $18 and $20 on them, 22. But we still get them at a low enough price that we can make money on that.
And comment if you guys want us to make a list that is tiered specifically to daily bread and butter. So
a video.
Yeah, if you want us to make a video, and I'll make a list as well. We can do a video with another list like this, but instead of like these higher end brands that, not necessarily higher end, but the brands that are more desirable, more of the heavy hitting brands. If you want to see the common everyday brands that we actually pick up all the time, like Levi, for example, and what our store sell-through rate is on that particular brand, comment 1 or whatever you want to comment to let us know that you want to see that list. And if enough people say it, then we'll make sure we do a video on that for you as well.
If you say jump, we'll say how high.
Yeah. If you want to see it, we'll do it. Next, we'll try. Well, how about we do smart? Well, we found several of these.
14.
Oh, yeah.
To be exact.
We have one listed currently. This is a new tagged women's item. One listed, 14 sold. So crazy good sell-through rate on that in our store.
That one had a hole in it. I remember. Still sold.
I feel like a lot of times we find smart wool. There's
found one today at the thrift store, but didn't buy it.
And I would say the price range holds true to this, $30 to $60.
Yep.
It's pretty reasonable. Should we do Sims or no? What do you think?
Sure.
All these brands are like, they're very findable.
Yeah, these
as you can
crazy,
see, we've sold them.
Sold 9.
None listed, 9 sold.
And this is 9, like I said, between the past year to year and a half that we've been using Nifty. So we've sold more than that, but you know, it's just, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, we've only been using Nifty for like a year, so these numbers are all concurrent with that information. Scotty Vest. So we have one listed currently.
Listed? Oh,
yeah.
A weird. That's a
oh,
weird
this was
one.
weird. This is like a big women's, like kind of tunic-y thing.
Big women.
It was a large size, I think, 3XL. And we have 4 sold. So we actually used to love.
It's better
Scotty
when
Vest.
you find the vests.
Yeah, like this one sold for 120. It probably won't pull up because it's too old, but
too old.
The vests are definitely the better Scotty Best.
Or just men's.
It's in the name. It's
the
men's,
men's,
better, right?
It's a very men's item. Like, oh, it's cool, bunch of pockets. I don't need to take a bag. And women like bags. So.
And like I said, as we're scrolling through this list, if you've not seen it before, these are the logos.
I think Roan would be good.
You want to skip Roosevelt's?
Oh, we can do Roosevelt's. We just don't find it that often. Roosevelt's hard to find at the thrift store. Yeah, see, we only found 6. We have 1 listed?
1 listed, 6 sold.
Oh, I just found that. It's only been up for like a week.
Cool. Yeah. Should we do Rock Revival? That's a pretty common
Man,
brand.
do what you gotta do, man.
We don't find it very often. We'll actually just start going a little faster. That way we don't bore you to death. 1 listed, 8 sold.
We need something with some...
Men's jeans, obviously, are going to be...
We need something with some...
The best Rock Revival. Roan.
Stuff in there. More than just a couple sold. Let's do something with more than a couple sold.
Roan should be quite a few.
We got 48. 12 listed. So,
11 listed. 1's delisted.
Sorry. Do find that they're not going to sell like instantly like they used to, but like you see, they do sell. So 48 sold, 12 listed, 11 listed, 49 sold.
And I would say this 30, I would mark this down almost to 20 now, because I think that
depending on the item, it's like
15 sometimes. Yeah. I mean, shorts, but
the basic like t-shirts and shorts, yeah, but if you get something that's like a more substantial, newer item, you can sell for a little bit more. Rowback.
Oh, Rowback. This is a good one. This is almost just for fun though, because the sell-through rate's crazy on Rowback.
Yeah, 15 and 1. Yeah,
1 listed, 15 sold. So
that one's got a stain, so maybe that's why. It
has a stain?
I think so. Yeah. No, maybe not. Still listed it. I'd listed it $50.
Yeah. So this stuff it sells for quite a bit actually. Some patterns can go for like over $100. This right here is a more substantial piece.
The fleece, yeah.
I think it sold for around $100. So
the Ponderosa.
We love some Rowback.
Right. Let's do Relwyn. We sold a lot of Relwyn. Relwyn's got a high sell-through rate as well. Yep, all 6. We have nothing left.
Everything we buy sells.
Yep.
From
Relwyn.
From button-down shirts to button-down shirt. I think everything we found was a button-down shirt.
No, that was like a sweater.
Kind of like a shackety.
One was a seersucker. I remember I got that one. Anyway.
Public Reg. This is actually a pretty good one.
Public Reg might be a little
worse than the 91%. This might need adjusted. Let's see. For our store, it's probably around that though.
Yeah, 59, 32. The 32 that are listed, 31 that are listed, I feel like have been up for a while though.
Yeah.
So.
Used to be a lot better.
I would still buy it.
Yeah. It used to be a lot better than it is now, but I'd say, I mean, our 30-day sell-through rate's probably 70%. Well, not 30-day, 90-day, I meant to say. Yeah. Psycho Bunny, this is a good one. We don't find this. I feel like we used to find this more often than we do now.
Psycho Bun. We only got a couple listed. They sell. 26 sold. Now, I don't think they sell for anywhere near what they used to, because they are in, I think, Marshalls and TJ Maxx currently, so they're not going to sell for as much. But they still sell. Of all brands. They still sell quick ponchos. Cool. Anybody seen those? I get ads constantly for poncho now. I don't know why.
This is probably going to not pull up correctly because it's ponchos also. Yeah. It's pulling up actual ponchos.
Yeah, we've only found one poncho thing, and it sold.
One. Yep. The one we found sold for like what, $50?
Yeah, something like that.
Ooh, you want to do this one?
Sure, we do a lot of Peter Millar. See, 42%. Let's see.
It says 42. What is the numbers in our actual store?
265 to 140. What? No, there's 1, 2, 3, whatever.
6, 7, 8, 9 delisted.
So 9 new sales over there. So that's what, 274 and 135.
God, this math is hard.
Yeah. I used to be good at math. Anyway, as you can see, Peter Millar sells. It does sell still. It's not going to get the
see, $20. I mean, it's
premium that it used to get, but some things it can still get a lot for. I mean, if it's anything with a prominent golf course or a golf tournament, a sports team one, a blazer, something like that, or a coat or a lightweight jacket or something like that. Those are going to sell for a lot more. The polos.
Pants can be okay. Like these pants were pretty good, but they were...
Featherweight is a new one that we've been seeing lately, and we found that 4 or 5 times recently, and those sell really quickly and for more money. But they are very light. I mean, it's like you're not even holding anything when you're holding it or wearing it.
Did you say it's called featherweight?
Yeah.
Let's see if You can pull those up. Yeah, so this one sold for 30 on Poshmark. That one sold for a little more.
Yeah.
There could be some flaws.
That vest had a flaw and it still sold for, I believe it was that 19. But anyway.
Outer Known. Oh, that's another good one.
Cotton Peter Millar's, don't buy.
This list is pretty good. I'm tapping myself on the back because I made
4 listed. There's no way we have 4 Outer Known.
4 Outer Known listed. Let's see.
Yeah, we do.
Yep, we have 4 listed.
Oh, it's a woman's extra small romper. See, that's why we don't sell women's anymore.
And 8 sold. So Outer Known, you know, I noticed even when I listed this vest here, I thought it was going to sell for a lot more because I know this brand's really expensive in the retail store, but they really don't sell for crazy money. They might have at one point been like really, really good, but I'd say it's definitely a mid to lower mid tier price range. So this probably needs to be actually lowered. So I'd say 60 at the most. All right. Outdoor research. We hardly ever find that. Should we do this one or no?
Okay. We can do Mizzen Maine. We can
nasty pig. Let's do Mizzen and Maine. This video is interrupted by baby Scarlett.
This is why we haven't made a lot of videos lately.
Yeah, this is the reason that we have been out of commission, and by we I mean me. Baby Scarlett.
She's awake.
The newest resale brother.
She's a girl.
All right, Mizzen and Maine. Let's see what the sell-through rate is on Mizzen and Maine in our store. We find this quite often, actually. It's a pretty common brand, I'd say. What do you think?
35, 19 listed. That's more than I thought we had. Oh no, well, we got 2 sold.
17.
So 17 and 37.
17, 37. So the pants sell for more. They're actually a lot harder to find than the shirts, but I'd say they're still pretty good.
Doesn't sell for as much.
No.
20 to 30 is a good.
Pretty accurate, actually. Maybe 40.
If it's new, it'd be higher, but
yeah, we'll do.
We mainly did a used.
Muggsy. Muggsy's really good.
We haven't found a ton of Muggsy though.
Yeah, we'll skip that. Mountain Hardware is good. We have found Muggsy though, so if you're wondering, are these brands findable? Yes.
Muggsy jeans.
We have found Muggsy. Mountain Hardware. Oh,
click on listed.
That's not good.
We're back in the positive.
Barely. Mountain Hardware, not that great.
I mean, it's higher than the sell-through rate that was on the list.
Yeah, that's true. It only says 54%.
But that's 90 days. Ours is more.
Yep. So Mountain Hardware, definitely not really killing it.
If you don't want to hold it for a little bit, I mean, it's item specific, but you know.
Next we have Marine Layer.
Marine Layer.
8 listed, 26 sold.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. How much? What are they selling for? Let's say, that only sold for 14. That was probably just a regular t-shirt. 20, 40, 30, 20. So pretty average price range, I'd say, for a Marine Layer. Let's change this to 20, yeah. 20 to 35.
Depends on the item. Loudmouth. Do Loudmouth just because I sold a...
Loudmouth's like a golf brand.
I saw something else funny.
I listed a Loudmouth thing today.
Look at those pants. Those sold. So those sold on Macari. We don't find a ton of Loudmouth. That's actually in good shape. I think the people that get them...
Was this pizza?
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at those suckers.
Fancy. That's pepperoni. That's high class.
And cheese. Both of them.
So 1 listed, 1 sold. Pretty good.
Well, no, that was sold too.
That was sold?
The listed
sold. So everything we bought sold. I remember
we haven't found it
a couple of years ago, we found some crazy looking Loudmouth pants that sold for a lot. So if you find the stuff with crazy patterns, Loudmouth can be really, really good. Oh, here we go.
The infamous.
The Lululemon. How many have we? So
191, 99. Well, not 99. Do minus.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
bunch of
6,
minuses.
7, 8, 9, 10. 10 minuses. So 89 on.
Doesn't sell as quick as it used to, and for anywhere near as much, but still sells.
Yep. Pretty good.
We'll still pick it up. I would say it's more of a bread and butter almost now, like a higher end bread and butter.
If you go through these sold here, I mean
some of them are like won't sell for more.
95% of the Lululemon stuff we sell is men's, just because we normally buy men's clothing. But
a lot of the t-shirts and the shorts, like the athletic shorts, don't sell for as much as they used to anymore. Go back up to the top, to the tippy top. Now down. I saw it down. That one. The that double knit, like quarter zip, that's thicker, that sold for more. They sell for anywhere from 50 to 80 bucks.
She's talking about this one right here. It's got that kind of heather.
So yes, the stuff that's more substantial, newer, that's still gonna do well. Just the plain like metal Vent Tech t-shirts or whatever, you're not getting as much. Or the polos even.
QU, that's a good brand, but we'll skip that.
We haven't found it very often.
We have found it and we have sold it though.
But it does sell for a lot.
Cool. I think the only thing we found in that recently is like a pair of shorts.
QU.
Cool.
And I found it. This good.
12 listed.
88 sold.
88 sold. So cool is pretty good for our store.
Yeah, we sell a lot of cool.
It says it's only 75% on here, but
30. I think 30's high. Some of the stuff is like 20, like the shorts. And
30,
stuff.
34. The women's stuff doesn't sell very much, but 30,
like 24, 20. I mean,
should I lower this?
Yeah, 30's fine. Whatever. 25.
We take lower offers than a lot of people. Cages, and we'll skip that. Keton,
no,
not very. Ibex, not a very common brand. Icebreaker, I still wouldn't say is super common.
Icebreaker is similar to Smart Wool. They make merino wool base layer kind of thing.
We'll do Holderness and Bourne, something that we find a little more often. Most of those we've had found before though. 4 listed on this. One's partially delisted. So there's 3 listed and 11 sold. So this brand's pretty good for us. I think we find it a lot of times at like Marshalls, places like that. But it seems to sell for quite a bit, and this is probably pretty. This is like the used price range, so 25 to 40 if it's used. But obviously, you can probably double that if it's new. Fowler Brothers is not a brand we find very often. It's a pretty good brand. We have found it recently, but how about we go down to G4? This is a brand we find, I wouldn't say super often, but we do find it. I'll take out the slash. So we have 22 listed and 37 sold. Not actually that great. This is a brand that used to be, when we listed it, it would sell instantly, but it's not such anymore, I wouldn't say. So, I mean, this hoodie sold for 50,
well,
20.
Go up. No, not that high. A little bit down. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. That's not a G4 thing. The Grinch.
The Grinch? I don't know why that came up.
I don't either.
So, well, so 36 instead of 37. But the higher end materials like wool, cashmere, that kind of stuff, obviously going to suffer more. But G4 is still a pretty decent brand. Sell-through rate, definitely not what it used to be, but I would still pick it up. Flint and Tinder, we doing this?
Call it Flint and Tindy.
Flint and Tinder. I'll take out the and sign. That might mess it up.
7 and 0.
Pretty good.
A lot of pants.
None listed, 7 sold. So everything we buy sells. Pants are really good. I feel like pants are what we normally find. I'd say the sell-through rate on here. The price range is probably pretty accurate too. Maybe 30 to 70. What do you think? Should I change it?
No.
Fred Perry, we'll skip. Xenia, ooh. This is actually probably a pretty good one. We find Xenia every once in a while. Okay, you do this one.
Xenia. 23 sold, only 5 listed currently. So that 20-something% that you saw on the
only 4. This was delisted.
Sell-through rate. Okay, the sell-through rate thing. It's seems to not be as accurate for us. We sell Xenia pretty quickly after we get it, and I mean it sells for a lot of money too. Normally, if it's just a regular, button-down shirt or something like that, maybe in the $20 range, a little bit higher, maybe 22, 23. But the suits do well for us.
I think one of the problems people have with Xenia is they price it too high. I've even talked to like people at stores before, like, oh, I found this Xenia, I'm gonna list it for like $300. I'd be like, oh, well, I wouldn't. I'd list it for $150 and have it sell this century. So your pricing with Xenia definitely could be a factor if you're finding it and it's not selling. Doer, I've seen this brand before, but I don't think have we ever found this brand?
I've never seen it.
I've never found it. Dixon, we find this every once in a while. I wouldn't say super often. Filson, this might be a decent one. We find Filson every once in a while.
It's gonna be like 3. 8.
So we've sold 8 Filson things in the past year. Here's just a regular sweatshirt. We got a button-down shirt, wallet, a leather jacket. Some of this wool, vintage wool stuff can be really good in Filson. But yeah,
I find that
the majority of the Filson things we buy sell pretty much instantly. So this 82% sell-through rate, definitely not the case in our store.
They have a wide variety of stuff, and some stuff sell faster than others. Aviator Nation. Bad Birdie we don't have a lot of.
Which one do you want me to do next?
Aviator Nation, dog.
Aviator Nation. All right.
I mean, I don't know why. I know everything we've had sold 5-0. Yep. They all sell for a lot. Just t-shirts sold for $50.
So, yep, everything we've listed has sold quick.
Sweatshirts sold for the 80s, $120 hoodie. Bada bing, bada boom. Pants. All right. You want to do another everydayer?
Yeah, let's do another everyday brand. What should we do?
Don't say that like it was your idea.
What should we do? What should we do? You give the brand.
Just do a rando. Say Under Armour.
Under Armour? Oops. All right, let's try Under Armour. $649 listed. A lot of these are probably partially delisted. A lot of them
partially delisted.
Over 26. Let's see how many are partially delisted. So I'm gonna guess like 30 something.
30, between 30 and 40 probably. Yep.
So yeah, we'll just use the numbers because that's kind of negligible.
Yeah. So we sell a lot. We sell a lot of Under Armour.
1,100 sold.
None of it's gonna sell for a ton for the most part.
17, 18, 19.
Some collabs they do with golf courses, sports teams, new attack stuff sell for more obviously, but for the most part it's a lot of bread and butter, and we sell it all the time. Now you're gonna look at eBay and you're gonna see a ton of stuff listed, and you're gonna feel like it's never gonna sell. Now we think promoting makes a difference in how often your stuff gets seen. We also think the amount of things that we sell and the amount of offers we take and send out make a difference in the algorithm for us.
A lot of factors.
So there's a lot of stuff you have to take into account. How your photos are, how all this stuff is compared to other people's listings. You're more likely to get seen. So there are other factors than just typing Under Armour in on eBay and seeing what comes up.
Yeah, so if you type in Under Armour pants on eBay, I'm sure the sell-through rate's going to be nowhere near what our sell-through rate in our store is. But like you said, all those factors, add those together, they can make a huge difference. All right, we'll go back to the list. Peter Manning, this is a pretty good brand.
Where are my short kings?
Yeah, this is for people that are short and wide.
What is it, 5'10" and under?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be.
Not necessarily wide, just short, basically.
Yeah, it's just short. Look, size 26
so
list.
0 listed, 6 sold. Everything we buy in this brand sells quickly. Sizes are a little weird, but yeah, because like 4X is really not like, you would think of a 4X to be huge, but they're really not that big. Shirts, pants, pretty much, I think the pants sell pretty much instantly in this brand. The shirts are, everything sells pretty much instantly in this brand. So, good brand. We found
not a lot of stuff we find quickly. What about none of those we don't.
How about we'll go through and say if we find it, but not a lot. We found Affliction, we found AFCO. That's just not necessarily worth bringing up. We found Albino and Prado a couple times. What about Aloe?
We haven't found it enough.
Nah.
We found it's sold. It's all sold, but we've only found it like 2 or 3 times.
I think Alpha Industries, something we don't find a lot, but I think it's good to reference for the sell-through rate, because on this it says 33%, and I think our store's sell-through rate on this brand is going to be a lot better.
I don't even know.
So yeah, 0 listed, 3 sold. So we have 300% sell-through rate within a year. So it's not going to be the same as the 90-day, but everything we buy in this brand has sold pretty quickly. This jacket sold in like a month. I don't even
remember these.
Yeah, I think I bought all of them, which is why I knew to reference it. But this is a good example of something that might not look that great when you look it up, but it's a brand that costs a lot in the store. Give it a shot. You never know, your store could sell it better than the majority of eBay.
Alphalete, we've had quite a bit.
We've sold that. Ariat's a good one.
You watched Kentucky Derby?
Kentucky Derby.
Did you?
No. Actually, I did.
Loser.
Are you going to talk about anything? Or are you just
it's 2 delisted, so add 2 to the sold, 41. Ariat sells a bunch. We've sold men's, women's. It doesn't really discriminate. It's not sexist. It sells a bunch. It sells quick for us. Not just the boots. Boots do obviously pretty well, probably the best, but the jackets and just regular stuff. A lot of the horse racing stuff, they'll have the USA horse racing stuff, and that does well too. That's old, too old. Oh, it's one Posh.
Yeah, this is an example of the horse racing stuff.
What's it called? What's horse racing?
Equestrian.
That's right.
So we do Malbin?
No, we don't have enough.
Malbin.
We did sell a Malbin shirt recently.
We've sold this. We've sold Barbarian Rugby. We've sold Barbell Apparel.
Birdwell breeches.
Birdwell might be a good one. We'll just do. If I copy the whole thing, it probably won't come up. Birdwell.
I found a bunch of these recently. 5.
So none listed, 5 sold.
Those are all 5 within the last probably, I'd say month, if I had to guess.
So April. So these all sold in April.
And then March,
yeah.
So right around a month.
Quick sales.
Bird dog. Oh, a lot of bird dogs. Bird dog's going to be higher than 69%.
So eBay is 69%. What's it in our store?
Oh, weird.
14 listed.
Nope, partially delisted.
Uh-oh.
Add 3 more. Remember, those are
11.
stuff that sold and we had to take off after Poshmark did this whole stupid thing.
So 11 listed and 29 sold. So pretty good. And even the shorts sell for a decent amount. 25.
Yep. Normally, we haven't sold one if it was in good shape. See that one? That one that says 17. That one sold. It was in bad shape, but normally at least 25 and up.
And the worst thing you can buy in bird dogs is t-shirts, which I think it's the case in most things probably.
I mean, they still sell.
Buck Mason.
Bucky Mace.
Oh, I'm doing this one. Buck Mason. You can do builds. All right. Buck Masons, we don't find it very often. I don't know why I made that plural. 1 listed. We have a list.
Partially delisted.
Oh, sold. So we got 8 sold, none listed. So everything we buy in this is flying off the shelf. You do not find it often. Yeah. And sells for a lot. 120, 100, 133, 128, 128.
We had a stretch where we found a bunch of them.
14.
Those blazers. We found those blazers within like 2 weeks of each other.
Then we dropped down to 4. There's a big drop off
No,
between the t-shirts and
that
the jackets.
had a. I remember buying that. It had a hole in it, but I was like, Buck Mason, I'm buying it anyway.
Man, I don't think our price range is accurate for this. We might have to.
Well, we weren't planning on finding a whole bunch of blazers.
Yeah, but still, I mean, they weren't even new.
Even
and
the
jeans,
jeans,
for over
the
100.
jeans sold for 80.
Yeah, so that's a good one.
Built.
We're on built.
Built is me. I'm not built, but I'm saying, you know what I mean. 26 sold. We got 27 sold. We have 7 on currently. Built is not going to sell for a lot, especially the t-shirts. We've noticed that if they're used, probably 15 to 20, and if they're new, probably maybe low 20s, like 22. But if it's new, probably 25 in that range, maybe 30 if you're lucky. But yeah, those are the main thing are the t-shirts. If you get the other stuff, it's better. But
Buttercloth. Should we do this one?
I found Buttercloth a lot. We do a lot more chubbies than we do Buttercloth.
I'll pull it. This will be real quick. 4 listed, 1 sold. Not good. I thought this would be better than that. Wow. That's hard to believe. So Buttercloth, maybe don't pick it up anymore. That's not very good.
Very astute.
Wow, I bet if I look up this sell-through rate, it's not what it was. There's no way it is.
All right, do chubbies.
All right, we'll do chubbies. So write that down.
Chubbies is going to be way higher than 58% for us.
140 listed.
That 200 though is, so we found a bunch of chubbies. If you couldn't tell.
25. I'd say there's at least
between 30 and 40 again.
Yeah, we'll do 100 listed and 240 sold probably. Yeah. So that's the stuff that are in our store.
We've recently found a bunch of chubbies and they're selling very quickly. So, or not, I mean, not crazy quick, but you know.
Even the used ones sell for a decent, probably like $20 depending on what it is, but pretty good. Clothing arts. I've actually found this one.
Cuts. We found a decent amount of cuts.
All right, I'll do cricket.
Is it cricket or cricket? We still don't
cricket.
Know. Cricket.
We have 5 listed. Oh, so 4 listed.
4 listed. And
let's see. 4 listed and 15 sold.
Boom.
So pretty good sell-through rate.
I haven't found it a lot this year. Those are mainly last year sales. So hopefully it stays the same.
And the cricket,
and we'll find some.
The color block stuff seems to do a little bit better, as you can see. I don't know if this will pull up. It might be too old.
No way. No way.
Might be too old. Yep, too old. But the color block stuff, the more distinct patterns seem to do a little bit better.
It's almost like that with every brand, I would say.
Yeah. You want cuts? I don't know if this will even pull up.
Just type in cuts. See what happens. Some stuff should come up. We've
Let's
sold
see.
cuts.
Cuts is the next one.
Yeah.
I thought it would be kind of hard to pull up.
So we got a lot of other things on here, but that's okay. We'll skip it.
All right. Diesel. You want to do diesel? Let's do diesel.
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 My nickname in high school.
I bet they're jeans. Let's see.
None listed. Oh, well, unlisted. We have
one listed, 19 sold.
Surprise, surprise.
50, 75, 27, 60, 55, 75, 52, 50, 39. Most of these are jean sales, so
Jeans.
Do with that what you will,
Johnny
but the price range normally around $50 for the jeans.
Johnny O.
Johnny O. Let's see. We'll just do Johnny.
I don't know if that's gonna be good. Did you pull up anything besides Johnny O?
No. All Johnny O's. 78 listed.
Well, go to. I know we sold some other places. Click on 78. No. What? Click on the listed.
Oh.
Yeah, we sold some other places.
1, 2. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we sold some since Poshmark did their thing, so that's it.
So around what, 72, 200 some sold?
Yeah, bunch of Johnny O. They're similar, very similar to Peter Millar in the fact that they're not going to sell for as much as the polos. But if you find like a jacket, a pullover, a fleece, something fleece, or like pants or shorts, they're going to do better than just the polos. And if you find the cotton ones, maybe leave them behind, unless you can get them really cheap.
All right. Barbour, that's a good one, but we'll skip it. Good golf. We'll do Grayson. Grayson, go. Let's see. There's
417. How many?
1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So there are 13 listed
and 38 sold.
38 sold.
Boom.
So pretty good for us. What's the sell-through rate say on here? So it says 69%. Obviously, our store's doing a lot better than 69%. We can skip Masters tag.
Sorry to pause the video right here, guys. Hopefully you're enjoying it, but I had to tell you about Nifty.AI. It's the reselling software that we've been using over the last year. It's helped grow our business over $100,000. It's the thing that we use for delisting. It's what we use for cross-listing, and it's what we also use for the recreate feature, which has been a game changer for us. If you're interested in learning more about it, we created a free mini course to tell you everything you need to know about it, and it can help you set everything up. It goes through everything that you can possibly want to know about Nifty.AI, and it's free, 100% free. The link is in the description. It'll teach you everything you need to know about it, and it'll basically give you a trial before you even go use it, or have to purchase it. And if you do decide to purchase it, code RESELLBROS will get you 15% off. Best discount on the internet, so go ahead and check it out. Now we're going to get back to the video.
William Murray, skip it.
A couple of those at the thrift store today.
Bluffworks. Brioni. We found Brunella, we found Brioni. We do Fabletics?
Saw a bunch of Fabletics, I feel like.
Let's see.
Or am I wrong?
I guess 20.
37, 24. What? How many are listed?
1, 2, 3.
3. 21 to 40. I mean, that's not bad. Not bad.
Not terrible. And even people would, most people I think would consider Fabletics to be kind of a lower tier brand, because it kind of is.
A step below.
A couple steps below.
Lulu and such.
Faherty, that's a good one. So this says 60%. Something we find. We used to find more often, I feel like, than we do now. But
Faherty.
14 listed. How many are actually listed?
One sold. So 13 and 36, if you couldn't do that quick math.
13 and 36. So 36 sold. So way better than the proposed 60% over here on the sheet in our actual store. So just another reason that cross-listing, promoting, all that stuff factors in to what you can actually get out of stuff.
Sorry if my yawning is making you yawn.
But this sold for 33, 24, 22, 35 for a long sleeve shirt. These were new tech pants, around 90. So a lot of good high dollar sales there too.
Pendy.
We do Pendleton?
Sure. I don't remember the last time we had a Pendleton. Oh, 27 and 7. And one thing sold. So 28 and 6. Pretty good. Obviously the wool stuff is going to be better, but apparently, apparently.
Tom Ford, no. State and Liberty.
We haven't found that in a while.
We'll do Patagonia.
Patagonia. Everybody's on that Patagonia hate trail.
Patagonia, there's 64. How many have been taken out? That's not that many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 taken out. So there's 59 sold and 160.
Why did I say 200? 160.
And 160 sold. So really good sell-through rate in our store for Patagonia. It only says 54% here, but our store's doing a lot better than that. And pretty decent price range here. 35, 80, 30, $30. The long sleeves,
See,
less substantial
everybody
stuff.
hates on the better sweaters, but if you found a bigger size, we found, I think, 2 or 3 3XL Patagonias, better sweaters, and they sold for over $60.
Yeah,
so,
63
I mean,
bucks.
if you can find the bigger sizes, you're going to be doing well.
This had a big patch on it over a hole, and it still sold for 30.
Yeah,
so.
I still can't believe we bought that.
Robert Graham. Oh, this is a good one. Should we do a common brand?
Okay.
We'll do Robert Graham, then we'll do another common one. So if you watch the whole video, you're going to get a lot of common brand knowledge too. Robert Graham. Not looking that great.
Got 4 more on there.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we got 4.
Oh!
4. Sorry.
Burn.
So there are 36 listed, 52 sold.
He's got baby brain, everybody.
So the sell-through rate is not fantastic, but it's a lot better than that 31% that you're going to get with just eBay. So this one sold for 100.
We try to stick to cooler patterns, better material, bigger sizes, or
like the limited editions.
Yeah. So we try to stick to specifics on Robert Graham, and the shorts seem to be doing pretty well based off of what I've seen us selling.
All right, Jack Archer. We have found this before. We found Decobus. We found Unreal. Noble we found. Laurel Piano we find.
Minus 33, found that. Not a ton. Taylor Stitch we found. Oh, it's pretty good Taylor Stitch stuff. Why is there an asterisk with the Taylor Stitch?
Because we found it before.
None of the other ones have asterisks.
I was going to add asterisks to everything we found before, but we've found so much of the items I didn't feel like going through the whole list. So Taylor Stitch, 1 listed, 2 sold.
It's very recently listed. Oh, those outliers I found. We found one of those and sold it for a bunch.
Yep. Kyle's Ranch we found. It's not a very common thing though.
Sid Mashburn just sold a bunch of those.
All right, let's see. Sid Mashburn. Oh, I want to do a spotlight.
Comment 2 if you've found Sid Mashburn before.
We have 6 listed.
No,
5
we
sold.
don't. Those are all partially delisted.
Oh,
brother.
sorry. I'm sorry. So we only have none listed.
Well, one's getting returned, so didn't fit him. So actually, it said order placed by mistake.
So none listed, 11 sold, all within a couple of months.
I mean,
actually, no, some of these are
a week.
2024.
They were. I mean, I bought them. I'm pretty sure we bought them like a week ago.
Yeah, all these ones over here, these
Maybe
things
2
sold
weeks
quick.
ago, yeah.
For really good money too. You got 40, 69, 37, 65, 72, 90.
And they were small sizes.
Yep, really good. Really bad sizes too. It's like small, like they're actual small, right?
Size small.
Yeah.
Well, a couple mediums.
So yeah, this 115%.
No, that one didn't sell for 90. That was, we marked the price up on Poshmark. It sold for like mid 30s to 40.
Yeah. So if you find Sid Mashburn in pretty much anything, I would pick it up.
We paid up a little bit for those, around $10.
Fair Harbor is a good one.
Fair Harbor, I think, is going to be true right around that 70%.
Think so?
Yeah.
Let's see if he's right, ladies and gentlemen. So there's 3. So there's 4 listed and 21 sold. So actually, pretty good.
Well, for over the year rate, I think it's probably around between 70 and 100%. So, but I could be wrong because we're just coming out of winter, so it's selling more now. So maybe.
But you're not going to get rich. I mean, $28, $25, $15.
If you don't know, Fair Harbor is normally a swim trunk, men's specific. So.
Yeah, most of the things that we have sold have been swim trunks. Some of them new tags, a little retail arbitrage action, but
I think they're starting to branch out into other things, but those are not found in the thrift stores yet.
We have found arbor wear, but
Rudis
is a good one.
Sold a lot of Rudis, but well, not a lot. It's going to be like 8.
Yeah, we sold a ton.
12.
Oh, 2 listed, 12 sold. So this is a really good brand. Let's see.
Rudis Resselling.
It says 204% on here. I think we'll just say it's pretty true. I mean, we've sold 12. We don't find it very often, as you can see by we've only sold 12, but
we find it more recently.
The singlet sold really quick. If you find a Rudis singlet, like a wrestling singlet, those things sell like hotcakes. I mean, I think it sold in like a day. And they even had like a big eagle one. I mean, it was like some high school, and it still sold super quick. So, sweatpants, jacket sold for 40, sweatshirt sold for 40, wrestling shoes sold for I think 48. So, the wrestling shoes for Rudis can be really good as well. So, look out for those. Proof Merino, we found Ball back before.
Triple Alt Design, found that a few times. think we have one listed currently. No,
There's
not that many.
There's no point in even bringing this
up. We have
up.
like 3 sold, 5. Actually, we did just sell those shorts right there for like, was it? It wasn't 30. Maybe it was 35.
So right now we have 1 listed.
Yeah.
And 6 sold.
Yeah. So we just sold that, and it had like huge stains on it and stuff.
But if you do find it, I mean, crazy prices. You got 220, 125, 115, 72, 200. So we're getting good money out of that stuff. Tell me when.
0 restriction, maybe?
0 restriction? You guys want to see a 0 restriction? This is a brand that people find a lot, I think.
Apparently we kind of have. 3 sold.
So 20
and 36.
Listed? 20 listed.
Over a year.
36 sold. What are they selling for? We got
It's more of a niche golf brand. I think you have to be a pretty, not an avid golfer, but I think you need to know about golf stuff to know about 0 restriction.
This sold for 40. That's pretty good for a
yeah, but
jacket.
I'm just like the brand awareness from normal, like everyday people.
Like here's an example of an older 0 restriction item. Oh, never mind. The older stuff.
Fail.
The older stuff does not seem to sell as well. Would you agree with that? I don't know. Like some of the newer stuff seems to sell quicker, in my opinion. We have found this Nation Golf Company, but not very often.
Don't recall.
Billy Reed, something we found before, but only like a handful of times, I think. Let's see.
It's gonna be higher than 36%. Tell you that.
Yeah.
We have 2 listed currently
7
and
sold.
7 sold.
Yeah, we've sold some of this stuff for like a lot.
lot.
Like the leather, not the leather. Sorry, the wool coats sold. The wool coats sold for over
$200.
$200.
Over 250.
Between 280 and 300.
Well, 224. Well, maybe 2. I don't know. Whatever.
John Smedley, we've found that before. This is a good brand. I saw this brand, Hiroshi Kato. I saw this brand at, I believe.
Why did you try to say that with an accent?
Hiroshi Kato. What's that? What's wrong with that?
What are you, Andrew?
That's how it's said.
You do look like Andrew Santino a little bit.
Shut up. Anyway, I found this brand at Nordstrom.
Does that mean I'm Bobby Lee?
Go Ruck. Yeah, you're Bobby Lee. Okay, let's do Go Ruck. This is another good brand.
This is like a tactical military style.
This stuff sells quick.
Yeah.
50 for a pair of pants, 33 for a polo, another 38, 34
they
polo.
They make bags as well, like backpacks, rucksacks as they call them.
Oh, how clever. Rucksack. All right, what do we got? Hickey Freeman. This brand sucks. Oh, let's see.
We just sold 2 things.
Just kidding. Okay, so we've sold, what, 25? We have 25 listed, and we've sold 24. So not the greatest.
No.
But some of them, I mean, this wool item sold, a wool long sleeve sold for $38, and it sold twice. So the more substantial stuff does seem to sell for quite a bit.
How many more are we doing? We're gonna get all the way to the bottom of the list.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
This stuff, I mean, we found it before. We found Kent Wayne. Kent Wayne's actually really good.
We found Stone Island. Is that the one that ended up being fake?
Yeah. And we found Stone Island. A little bit of word to the wise. If you find Stone Island, make sure that you verify
Scan
it's
the
real.
QR code that's on there.
Scan the QR code because
we got it home, scanned it, and it was fake.
Yeah, it looked pretty real to me. I don't know. All right, let's do a couple more. We got to the end of the list. That's the end of our men's brands list. Be on the lookout for updates to this. We'll be adding, kind of reorganizing and adding some brands to that.
We found RM Williams.
Yeah, we found
Pike.
Pike.
That's like a Western brand.
Pike Gear is another good brand. I don't think we've sold it yet, but we found it. But how about let's look up Dockers. Like, what's our sell-through rate in Docker? We have 52 Dockers listed.
No, we don't.
Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8.
Okay, do the math. 46.
Yeah.
No,
44.
Yeah.
Oh, I beat you. 44. So 44 listed, and how many sold?
151.
151 sold. So we have a great sell-through rate for Dockers in our store. We normally only buy them if they're new, though.
Yeah, I think every single Dockers we bought. I've experimented with a couple used and not as good.
Yeah, only buy them if they're new and they sell between $20 and $30 usually.
Sometimes 18. Sometimes 18.
Now, as you can see, we even bought a polo here and it sold. So sometimes we'll buy that stuff if we get it cheap enough. But it has to be like we're not paying anything for it.
If they're new pants, 5 and under, for the most part. Sometimes like 6 if it's whatever. But the shirts and stuff and shorts, sometimes I try to pay $2 for those, and sometimes $1 if you find it. We got good thrift stores.
Yeah, a common brand that you guys have, and like I said, we'll put it in a video and see if we even have that brand, if we're even picking it up, and if we're not,
yeah, type of any brand you want to see us do.
Yeah, any brand that you think's good store that we should check out. Maybe
we'll if we get enough, we'll make a video for it. If we don't, we'll just you know, message back and send you what the percentage is in our store.
Should we do Ralph Lauren?
Goodness. Do Polo Ralph Lauren, or you said Lauren?
Ralph Lauren.
Hit him up in the comments.
I'm just kidding. All right, let's check old Ralphie out. We got 571 listed. How many are delisted? Over 25. Oop, over 50.
All right.
So we'll just say 50, just to be quick. So 520 listed, around 520
Between
listed.
500 and 520 listed.
And we've sold like well over 1,300. We're killing it with Ralph Lauren, apparently, sell-through rate-wise. I'm assuming that the actual sell-through rate on eBay is quite a bit lower than the sell-through rate, and I think it's pretty safe to assume.
Yeah. But like I said,
we do well with it.
You can separate yourself from the other people listing it. Better pictures, better listings,
better
filling
prices,
out the item
maybe.
specifics, better prices. You can have faster shipping times. You can do, promote? We promote from 8 to 10%. You can do, what else can you do? My goodness. Accept offers, send offers. You do all kinds of stuff to get yourself seen.
There's another one that we don't pick up all the time, but we pick up every once in a while. We've sold 105 of the brand Wrangler, which a lot of people don't pick up Wrangler at all, but we have over 100% sell-through rate with Wrangler. Like, we have to hold on to it for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Because it says the year, basically a year sell-through rate. But we do end up selling it for a decent amount.
Some of these brands that are more bread and butter brands, they can sell really fast, but you have to be, prepared to hold on to them for a while. So we're prepared to hold on to stuff like that for a year or two if we have to. Normally it doesn't take that long, but if it does, it's not the end of the world. So one, we pay it cheap enough for it. We're not going to pay a ton for Wrangler, but so if we do have to wait and sell it, we can wait and sell it. And also, like I said, we're prepared and we have space to take that on. So
here's a brand that we're kind of experimenting with, Sonoma. Now we have 34 listed and we've sold 25, so not quite 100% on the sell-through rate, but we've not been picking up this brand for very long. I'd say within the past 6 months, we've started picking it up. So this 25 sold, hopefully will go up in the future if we keep buying it. But this is obviously something that not everybody's gonna want to pick up. I would say pretty much only pay like $1 for it and only volume sellers. Lucky brand. We got 90, how many are delisted? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 are delisted. So I will just say around 87 and 160 items sold. So 87 listed, over 160 sold. So that's a pretty good sell-through rate in our store for the brand Lucky brand. Okay. Sold for 45, 45. There were new tags. That's why they sold for so much. 23, 27. And I'd say you could probably count on around $20 for a pair of Lucky brand men's jeans.
Eddie Bauer.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
So a lot of Eddie Bauer.
Oop.
If you could spell it right. U-E-R.
Eddie Bauer. How many are delisted?
Bunch.
Over, right around 25.
24.
I said around 25. So we're looking at around what? Come on, Mr. Correcty.
What, solds?
How many are listed? How many are sold?
Well, if you add 20 to 30, 33, 433.
I'm really carrying this video.
What? 433.
409 sold. So sold for 15. Sold for, there's a jacket. That's a Trevex men's button-up shirt. Sold for 35, but it was new tags. Another Eddie Bauer Trevex, which I'd say a lot of times we're picking up the higher end Eddie Bauer stuff.
Trevex, First Ascent, Free Dry. Free Dry is not the best, but still pick it up.
All right. All right, we'll do LL Bean. Ooh, beans. LL Bean. Oh, I thought that was so much. Why does it only show 4?
That's all we had. No, I'm just kidding.
There's no way. Maybe I gotta do the dots.
Yeah, try the dots. Oh, there's more.
All right, we'll do LL Bean. We have 193 listed. How many have been delisted?
Oh, how much?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 delisted. So we'll do like around 184 listed and around 350 6 sold. So obviously not the greatest sell-through rate in the world, but pretty decent.
Like I said, those are all brands, the ones that we just did: Eddie Bauer, LL Bean, Wrangler, Sonoma, stuff that we are not paying a lot for. If it's new, we'll pay up for it a little bit, but if it's not, we are going to, especially LL Bean and Eddie Bauer. If it's not new, we're trying to pay nothing for it, $1, $2, something to that effect. So pay basically bins prices, and yeah.
Or if it's like got this cool color block, kind of like Aztec pattern, anorak jacket, stuff like that, sells for a little bit more. So we'll pay up a little for those.
Yeah. And we're prepared to hold on to that kind of stuff. Because if you only have $1 or $2 invested, I mean, it's not crazy to hold on to that for a while. So.
Like this right here sold for like $100, and this is a vintage LL Bean tag. Tony found this. It was actually pretty cool. How old was it? Like
50s, 60s.
50s, 60s. Yeah, like some of the old vintage LL Bean stuff can be crazy good. So just keep a lookout for the older LL Bean.
Found 2
tabs.
of those.
Like
3?
this.
No, found 3 of those. One guy bought all of them, and it wasn't 100. It was like 65, 70.
Oh, here's another one there.
They were all 3. One guy bought them all. I had no idea what to list them at, because if you go to the solds on eBay, you're not finding them. So I listed them high, and somebody sent like a 60. I think it was 65, 75, something around there offer for all 3 were that price. So we bought them all, and it was a pretty good sale.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out Nifty. We have a link for 15% off, or you can use code RESELLBROS. It's the biggest discount available, and it helps support the channel, so we appreciate you checking it out. We appreciate you commenting. If you have any brands that you guys think that we should be selling that maybe we didn't mention here, maybe some bread and butter stuff that we could be picking up and making some more money, be sure to comment that if you have anything for us there.
Really enjoyed this. Hopefully we see you again soon. Good Lord willing.